So these are some quick reads for the rest of October. This is The Haunting of Hill House by Shirley Jackson. This one's only like 223 pages, so it's a really quick read. It's also super intriguing, so you won't want to put it down, so you'll get through it right away. I started this just a couple of days ago and I'm already more than halfway through. It's probably going to give me nightmares. This is another one that I started reading. It's called Bundy by Awad. It's about a girl and she gets accepted into a kind of a preparatory university. She doesn't really fit in with the other girls in her class, and then they randomly start hanging out with her, but it's kind of like a cult or something. I'm over halfway done. It's really good, but I ended up getting to the part where it's closer to Christmas time in the book, so I decided that I'm gonna wait until after October to finish reading it. This is a good book to start at the end of October just because the beginning of it is in the fall and October-y, and then a little more than halfway through it's like snowing and Christmas is coming. Like in October it'll be like autumn in the book, and then when winter starts to come, then winter starts to come in the book, so it lines up good. So this one is called The Boyfriend by R.L. Stine. It's really good. I read this. It just really tied me in. I wanted to know what was happening. So it's about this girl and her boyfriend. Like, she doesn't really like him, even though he's a really good guy. She kind of like hurts him. And then he like gets into an accident or something. And she thinks that he died. But then a couple days later or something, or the next day, he's like on her doorstep. It's weird to her because she literally thought that she saw him die like the day before. So it ends up getting really, really weird and creepy. It's really good, and it's a really quick read if you want a quick read for the rest of October. It's only like 163 pages. Night Shift by Stephen King. So this is just a collaboration of a bunch of his short stories. It has Children of the Corn in it, which is a really famous one. It's like really creepy. You can pick up pretty much any short story collaboration book by Stephen King. These are really good for end of October, like when you don't have enough time to read a whole entire spooky book, but you still want to read something spooky. It's just a bunch of short stories. It's not like a huge long novel that you have to commit to. This copy of mine, I got it from my brother, so thanks to my brother. Next one here is just an Edgar Allan Poe poetry book. This is just poetry. Edgar Allan Poe also does short stories. I have another book of his that has all of his stories in it. You could pick up pretty much any Edgar Allan Poe book and it'll be a really quick read. It's all just like a bunch of short stories, not a whole huge novel you have to commit to. And Edgar Allan Poe is one of the most iconic like horror gothic writers of like all time. So if you haven't read him, then you need to. This next one is Coraline by Neil Gaiman. So this was marketed as a children's book originally, but apparently it's so creepy that most of the bookstores, they'll have it in like the adult section. I haven't read this one yet because I didn't get it in time, and a lot of people say that it's like a lot creepier than the movie. I've never seen the movie either, but I'm thinking that I might want to read the book before I see the movie. After I'm done the Hill House book, I'm hoping to read this one. This last one is called The Phantom Prince. It was written by Elizabeth Kendall, who is Ted Bundy's former girlfriend. So she was dating him before he became a serial killer. They were in a serious relationship for like a few years, and she started noticing like a lot of changes in him, like secretive and weird and kind of violent. That was literally when he started like killing people. Just intense. It's not very long. It's a really quick read just because it's so interesting. You want to keep reading.